What's up, YouTube? I am back. Today I've got a crazy idea. It is Star Wars Day for me, okay? I got my Star Wars shirt. I got my Star Wars swag. I got 3 pops for that I didn't have. And then I decided in 1999, I went crazy when the new Star Wars Episode 1 came out. Before it came out, they released 1 million Star Wars Episode 1 figures, and since that time, they have been in tubs in my garage. Basically, I just haul these tubs full of Star Wars figures with me everywhere I go in the packaging, and there they sit. So today I decided I will rip these bad boys open and check them out. I'm not really worried about how much they're going to be worth. The market got super saturated after Episode 1. Everybody bought them up and kept them in the packaging because of the old ones. They thought they were going to be worth money. Most of them you can get on eBay for about $5, maybe $10 max. So I don't really care about that. What's the point in having all these Star Wars figures just in packaging if you're not going to open them? So today I will be ripping these open. I'm going to go through them real quick, not too much. They don't have a lot of articulation. They are made by Hasbro. So they don't have a lot of articulation or anything like that. They're kind of just basic figures, but I have a little setup over here that I'm going to use to set them up and display them, and I'm excited about it, so hopefully you guys will stay tuned and check it out. Let's go. Alright guys, here we go. So I picked up 3 Star Wars pops that I did not have. These are the 3 main ones that everybody should have. So the first one would be Han Solo. Now, I'm pretty sure that all of these Star Wars figures that I picked up are re-releases from Funko. So they pulled them out the vault and they re-released them. So they're not the originals, which, bummer. I would love to find any of the original Star Wars ones. I saw there's some awesome ones out there and I would really love them. But right now, this is all I get. So, I'm going to check out this Han Solo. Now, again, these are going to be bobbleheads because of licensing and whatnot, so that's okay. Again, we all know that I'm not a fan of bobbleheads, but I do like the Star Wars pops. They're very cool. They've got the little base that they stand on, and I think that's cool. When you display them out of the box, which I've chose to do so far is display the Star Wars ones out of the box. They have the cool little Star Wars stand, and I really like it. So, anyways, here is Han Solo. Very cool pop, right? Little Han Solo, nothing too crazy. His paint job is decent. He's got his little blaster in his hand. His neck is a little stretched out, so you can actually kind of see the springs on that. But nothing too bad. So that is Han Solo. Next, I picked up a pretty funny pop. So I already have Princess Leia, so I picked up the alternate Princess Leia, and this is the Slave Leia. When Leia was trapped in Jabba's lair, she was in the slave outfit. Now I gotta tell you, this pop cracks me up, man, because it's super tiny. She's like this little dinky thing, and this is one of those things where obviously you have to have the stand, because look at her body. It's so small and her head is so big, but cool. She's got her ponytail in the back. Look at that thing. Very detailed pop though. The Star Wars pops are pretty basic, but this one is really cool. Slave Leia. She's got her hands on her hips. She's very cute pop. Alright, and last but not least on the pops from Star Wars, we have Jedi Luke. And everybody loves Jedi Luke. He is a badass. Look at him wearing his black with his lightsaber. He is ready to chop some people up. Alright, so here is Luke Skywalker, Jedi Luke. Look at him. He's mad. He's got his fist clenched. He's got his lightsaber out. He is ready to chop some fools up with his green lightsaber. Very cool pop though. His hair sculpt is funny. It's like real plain looking, kind of matte. But Luke is a plain dude anyways. Very cool pop. So now I've got Luke, I've got Leia, I've got Chewie, and now I have Han Solo and Jedi Luke. So if anybody knows where to find Star Wars vaulted Funko Pops that aren't outlandishly priced, please comment below. Let me know if you guys have any ideas, or PM me or whatever. I'm definitely trying to find some, and I also want to try to find some of those exclusives. I know there's some at GameStop, but we don't really have any toys like that at GameStop here. So other than that, you know, I basically just need to keep collecting and try to find the Star Wars as much as I can. So that is that. Alright guys, I will be back and we're going to rip open all of this Star Wars Episode 1 stuff, so stay tuned. Alright guys, here we go. Like I said, I've got a lot of Star Wars figures to bust open real quick. I'm going to rip them open. I don't have the ComTech reader or any of that stuff. So first is Darth Maul with his Sith speeder, which I love, man. I love me some Darth Maul. Darth Maul was the one guy that I wanted to keep, really collect. But he just looks so cool inside the packaging. But gotta do it. So this dropped out is the game guide, and it's got all the figures here. Hasbro Toy and Game Guide. So this came out with the figures. So it's got all the figures here, and it's got a book. It's a big book. It's got all the stuff that you can get, which I have a lot of. So it's got the ships and the Power of the Force toys and puzzles and painter kits and all that stuff. So anyways, that is that. Alright, so here he is, okay? Darth Maul is out of the package, and he's got a little cloth robe on. You can see here, you can take off his hood, which is cool. So you can take off his hood there. And then he's got his little speeder bike here, his little skiff, or whatever you want to call it. So his legs are already separated. Now you can see with the, like I said, the articulation, not too crazy, okay? He can bend in his knees. It looks like his arms don't bend at all, really. So not much articulation. His head moves, so that's cool. But, other than that, he's made to ride this skiff. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on here, and we'll see if I can get him to sit. Anyways, and there he goes. He put the little lightsaber through the skiff, and he is on it. But he doesn't really hold on to it too well. His arms are actually too far apart, and you can't really bend them in to hold on to the handlebars. So that is pretty cheeseball. But I can put his feet on the pegs. Make sure he stays on there when I display him. So there he is, okay? Darth Maul on his little speeder bike with his hands not touching. So that's that. Right now, this one I've been really excited to open. Ever since I got it. This is Qui-Gon Jinn with this crazy underwater monstrosity of a fish. And it looks really awesome. And I've wanted to open this thing since I bought it. So, you know what? Let's do it. Alright. Clicked in. And there's the fish. Look at that thing, man. That is sweet. Looks like an Oscar or a piranha. And he's got some jaw articulation there. You can open his mouth. Very cool looking fish. I really like this. This is awesome. He's got these kind of antenna or whatever that come off. And his fins actually articulate as well. You got some forward and back movement, and you can turn it. So you got some pivoting going on here. So you can pivot these back and forth, and you can bend them back. So it looks like he's swimming fast. So again, these are Hasbro. These are basic figures. These are basic figures, so not a lot of articulation. You can see that their heads turn left and right. The normal leg kicks. Their arms move up and down. That's pretty much about it. Not anything crazy. I think he actually has a waist movement too. He can turn left and right with his waist. But his paint is terrible. Look at him. But a terrible looking one. His mustache is crazy. This is a terrible looking figure, but cool fish, man. I really like this, and I'm glad I picked it up. I don't really know where he's supposed to go. I guess he's supposed to just kind of hang out near the fish. So that is that. Next on the big ones, we have this Jar Jar Binks riding a Kadu, which looks really cool, aside from the fact that it's Jar Jar Binks. Ugh. Was there any more hated of a character than Jar Jar Binks? Please tell me, because I'm pretty sure that everybody on the planet hates Jar Jar Binks. I mean, there may be somebody out there that is a huge Jar Jar Binks fan. If you are, please comment down below so everyone can make fun of you, because there is no way that anybody likes Jar Jar Binks. Just an absolutely ridiculous character. Just everything about him was terrible. I mean, people wanted him off the screen the second he came on the screen. So here's the terrible Jar Jar Binks with the little staff that he's supposed to hold, which is way too skinny for his hands, so he actually doesn't even hold them. Alright, and here is the Kadu. If you push back here on his little pack, he moves his feet. Right? It's like a little dinosaur looking thing. This is pretty awesome. I really like this. This is a cool little figure. Let's see if Jar Jar's stupid ass sits on it. Alright, so Jar Jar indeed sits on the Kadu, and like I said, the Kadu is cool. I'm not into the Jar Jar Binks character, but very cool. I feel like I did when I was a kid and I got to bring these Star Wars figures home and open them up, and it's just super cool. So these are the regular figures. Now they all came with these ComTech chips, and they're basically they're a stand for the figures, but they also, when you buy the ComTech reader, you put the little chip over it and they say a little quote. The voices are terrible. I've seen them online and I would not buy one. I'm glad I never bought one. I'm ripping these guys open, like I said, and here is C-3PO. Here is C-3PO. Now again, he has a little waist movement, okay? He can turn his waist, he can turn his head, right? His arms do not bend, he just has the regular arm swinging motion here, the arm pivots, if you will. And that is it, but this is C-3PO before he got his skin. If you put him on his little ComTech chip, he should be able to stand up, which is, yeah, he does. Which is great, because then you can display them in your display. So that is C-3PO without his skin. Next we go with Yoda. Gotta open Yoda. Yoda is the man. He comes with this little Yoda chair, which is cool. Right, and here is Yoda. Now actually, this figure is painted really, really well. A lot of detail in his face. It just looks fantastic. I'm really impressed. I can't believe that this little tiny figure has such a great paint job. Again, he can actually bend at the waist, and that's because he has a chair, right? So he sits in the chair. His head moves, and again, the arms move up and down. But if you look at this guy, his actual face is painted so well. I mean, look at that. That is great detail. For a little tiny figure like that, the paint job is fantastic. So let's go ahead and put Yoda in his little chair and see how he sits. Aside from the fact that you can see the holes in his feet, he sits pretty well in the little chair. A little bouncy there, but so that is Yoda in his old man chair. Now we got Mace Windu, okay? Mace Windu. Let's open him up. Samuel L. Jackson. Never really bought into Samuel L. Jackson's Mace Windu character. I mean, it was alright, but it was hard for me to not see him as Samuel L. Jackson. So Mace, he's got this cool robe on, right? Little robe, and it's actually rubber. It's actually rubber, and he comes out of the robe. I actually have another Mace Windu character that I had taken out, but it's a different pose. I think it's from a different series, but anyways, here's Mace. Next, I've got the Destroyer droid, and I love these guys in the movie, man. They roll in, they open up, and just start firing on people. Really cool. So this is a really cool one. This is actually a lot bigger than any of the other ones here. All right. Okay, so I can't really explain this thing, but this is really awesome. It's got like a metallic bluish gold shine to the paint. The paint is awesome, but it's real flimsy feeling, and it's because there's a lot of articulation actually. These little things move right here, all of them. Okay, and then they also move up and down. The thing bends, not too much, but his head can look up and down, so you can cover it up there. The arms articulate a little bit, but very cool figure, man. I really like this. I don't know how it's going to stand up, though. It's real flimsy. Well, I answered my own question. It stands up perfectly. But this one I had to open because we already opened C-3PO, so we got to go with my classic dude, R2-D2. Alright, so very awesome, original character. Everyone loves R2-D2. R2-D2 is awesome. His head indeed turns, not much, it only turns a little bit. You can hear that clicking there. His little middle wheel and leg, actually you can pull it there and it'll come out. So there is R2-D2. Love it. Love R2. Very cool. He stands up cool, he looks good. So that is R2-D2. Alright, last but not least tonight, we're going to open up Watto. Watto was cool in episode 1. A little flying around, kind of bug looking elephant dude. I don't know what you want to call him, but I wanted to open this one because the paint, again, kind of like the Yoda figure, the paint looks amazing on this guy. So Watto, like I thought, is painted just awesome. I mean, this figure, it's crazy. You know, Hasbro is not fantastic on action figures. I mean, they've been around for a long time, but you know, this paint job on this little dude is just really awesome. I'm very impressed with that. I think that's fantastic. Minimal, again, articulation, if any. But such a cool painted figure. I'm really impressed with that one. But thank you guys for joining me. I've got a ton of pops coming this week. I've got a 1-up box coming this week. I've got 2 contest winners to announce. I have so much coming in the next couple weeks. It's ridiculous. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much for the comments and the likes and the subs. You guys are awesome. So please keep it up, guys. I love it. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys later.